It is great to see you. You look fantastic.
I know, right?
It's been a while.
You know what it is?
What?
I've been eating vegetables with every meal and lipo.
Oh my God! Wow, that is perfect.
It's that combination.
I haven't seen you maybe a couple of little events here and there.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I see you in the movies. I see you on TV.
Yep.
I see you're doing commercials now.
That's right. That's right. You know, I'm friends with Jennifer Lawrence, and she is the face of Dior, and I am the body of Mayo.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I saw that.
Mayonnaise commercial.
You were in a mayonnaise commercial.
Mayonnaise commercial. I feel like my favorite thing is picturing the marketing meeting where they were like, "Who looks like they eat mayo? Who you know?" Somebody's like, "Schumer," and they're like, "Yes, every meal. Okay, let's get her on the horn." You know?
It was very funny. I did get to see that, but that's not the only company you work with.
Oh
right?
no. I work with only the sexiest brands.
Yeah.
I am the official vagina of Tampax.
That's an honor.
You know, I'm sorry
Congratulations.
that you missed out. I know you were in the running, but I'm
Congratulations.
Yeah, they searched far and wide for the vagina they wanted to represent their brand.
Wow.
And you know what my favorite thing is about that? Because I really am a spokesperson for them. In between the time I signed on with them, I had a hysterectomy, which, if you don't know, that's when you get your uterus taken out.
Yeah, that's right.
And look, I'm no doctor.
No.
But when you don't have a uterus, do you know what you don't get anymore?
Periods.
Bing, bing, bing,
All
bing,
right,
bing,
there you are.
bing,
Yeah,
bing,
thank you.
bing.
Yeah, okay, wow.
Yeah, I know they wanted to fire me, but yeah, they still, no, of course I want you to stay on. Of course, even though you don't get the thing.
Yeah,
that
you're the spokesman. Yeah, congratulations.
Right. Yeah. Very sexy.
It's an honor.
If you have a sexual product.
Talk to Amy Schumer.
Mayo and Tampa.
You know, I do want to applaud you because over the past few years you've been very open about health issues that you've had.
Thank you. Yes, I have. I feel like it's really important. People don't really speak, especially women. Like, I have endometriosis, which 10% of women have, but like, you know, it's so undiagnosed. And when I was pregnant, I had something called hyperemesis, which means you're violently ill through your whole pregnancy. And, you know, Kate Middleton had it, Cindy Crawford had it. So it was like, let me guess. You know, of course, I'm next because I'm like them, you know.
Yeah.
Visually, I'm like them visually.
Yes,
and,
visually, of course.
And
I think it's good that you're doing it.
Yeah.
I think it's helpful to get it out there and get the conversation going and talking.
Share what's going on, you know. And I was so happy to be diagnosed because I was like, okay, great, what do we do? You know, now we know what it was. What do people do? And they said, oh, well, we haven't been able to study it because it only happens to women. And we really only focus on male medicine, you know. But if your husband wants, we have a chewable Viagra. Okay? That's a real product.
We've figured that out.
It's real.
Because that was the problem with Viagra.
Because sometimes it's scary to take a pill, right? It's scary.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
What if it gets stuck?
Yeah, let's make it.
I don't want it.
Let's make it chewable. Let's get the scientists working on.
One.
Let's get the doctors working on.
Round the clock. Johns Hopkins. Just a lot of white coats. But what about my endometriosis? No, we're sorry. We're sorry.
We'll figure that out some other year.
Some other time.
I will say you have a beautiful, beautiful boy. What is he? What is the baby into? What is he into right now?
He loves trucks, of course, which is such a convenient thing. You know, if your kid loves dinosaurs, I just take him outside in New York City. I'm like, here's your Disney, you know, just cars all over.
Trucks, everything, yeah.
But my husband and I, we read to him at night because we're heroes and just really beautiful people.
Please sit down.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I am doing God's work.
We'll add applause. We'll add applause later.
Just like a really big.
A big thunderous applause.
Yeah. Standing ovation.
What do you read?
I have such a bad habit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we love your book, of course.
Thank you.
But I keep doing this thing where if there's even like a slightly attractive blonde woman that I could maybe look like, I fish for compliments. So I'll be like in like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I'm like, who does that look like? And he's like, Mommy. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. You know?
You make him, yeah.
And then and then the bears, and he's like, "Mommy." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no."
No, yeah, I'm not a bear. Go back to the
Go back to
Goldilocks.
the pretty one,
absolutely.
yeah.
I want to hear about the new show. I want Life and Beth.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. And we'll talk about more stuff. More with Amy Schumer after the break. Come on back, everybody.